Hey guys, welcome to a new video on the Go and Chess Trio. I'm Niraj, and in today's video we shall see some of the most audacious queen moves played and missed in practical tournament games. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into position number 1. We reach position number 1 after black's 21st move, rook h6. By the way, playing the white piece is Stefan Levitsky against a very famous American grandmaster, Frank James Marshall. This game was played in the year 1912. After black played the move rook h6, white played queen g5, and we're sure that white did calculate the move rook takes h3. And obviously, white cannot go g takes h3 because that leads to a substantial material loss after knight f3 and knight takes g5. So in this position, after the move rook takes h3, Levitsky had all this calculated and played the move rook c5. In this position, queen a3 could have been played, for which rook c7. And now there is definitely some difficulties defending this mate on g7. If black plays the move knight f5, white can just pick up the rook on h3 now, since the knight no longer is on d4 and there's no fork possible. So after the move g takes h3, white is just up an exchange. Another way to defend the mate is rook f7. And if black plays the move rook f7, the easiest solution for white is just to play rook c8 check, rook f8, and white could just repeat moves with rook c7. And we're sure that Levitsky had calculated this line and was satisfied with it. But to his surprise, after the move rook c5, Frank Marshall found an astonishing move. I would recommend you all to pause the video and try to find the move yourself. Yes, if you found the move queen g3, you're not nuts. You've just found a brilliant move. Queen g3 offers herself right in front of these pawns and the white queen, but yet she cannot be picked up. For h takes g3, there's knight e2 mate. For f takes g3, there's knight e2 check followed by rook takes f1 mate. And for the move queen takes g3, black just has knight e2 check, forcing king h1, knight takes g3. White cannot play h takes g3 since the pawn is pinned, and the f pawn is pinned too because of rook takes f1 mate. So white's forced to play king g1, black just picks up the rook. And after g takes h3, black plays knight d2. Black is simply up a knight and easily wins the game. Indeed, it would be a wonderful way to finish a game if we could play a move like queen g3. Let's just hope someday we too can get a move like this. Moving on to the next position. This is a game played in the Capablanca Memorial in the year 1998. Playing white is a strong German grandmaster, Klaus Bischoff, and playing the black pieces is Nogarius Santiago Jesus from Cuba. As you can see the position, white and black have castled on opposite sides of the board and both sides have mounted an attack. In this position, Santiago played the move queen a7 with a definite idea of rook a1 check, bishop into a1, queen a2, which leads, this first series of moves leads to a mate. After king c1, this, king d2, queen into queen c3, king e2, black captures its pawn, and white's forced to come to f1, followed by queen e2 mate. So I'm sure that after black played the move queen a7, he would have been pretty satisfied and comfortable that his attack is just so close to delivering a checkmate. But to his surprise, he found white's next move on the board, queen takes h7 check. Looks absolutely crazy, but what is the point of queen takes h7? Queen takes h7 now just allows white's pawns to just roll down the board. These g5 and h6 pawns are extremely strong pass pawns. If black plays king takes h7, white can just go g6 check, king g8 can be met by h7, and king f8 has h8 queen. And white's win follows pretty soon. But instead of the move king takes h7, black can play himself queen takes h7. But g6 does not change black's fate at all. g6 If black moves the queen somewhere, white has h7 check, winning. And if black takes, white takes on g6, and king f7 can simply be met with rook g7. Wherever the king moves, white can just capture on a3, and he's winning substantial material and queening the pawn after h7. So in this position, after g6, Jesus decided to just play another move, and after bishop a2 check, king c1, there's nothing black can do, and he threw in the towel here. Indeed, queen takes h7 seems like a wonderful move to play. Let's move to the next position. Okay, in this position we have an Armenian player, Arshak Petrosyan, playing the white pieces, and Hazai Leslo of Hungary playing the black pieces. This game was played in the year 1970, and after white's move queen b2, black seems to be in a little bit of discomfort. White has this simple plan of playing the move b6, and black seems a little helpless. If black goes king b7, white still goes b6, and for c takes b6, white can just come to b5, and white's queen is ready to create havoc in black's camp. I have queen c6, queen d7, queen e8 ideas for white, and black seems helpless. This g3 bishop is not helping black's cause at all. But to everyone's surprise, black defends his position pretty easily after this absolutely stunning move, queen b6. Wow, it seems like a move played by a beginner. He didn't see the knight on a4, but no, he obviously did. Queen b6 offers this queen for the knight for just the simple reason of sealing the position. And now black has created a fortress. There's absolutely no entry point for white. Obviously, being a queen for a bishop, the white player will try some stuff, and white did play the move h4. Now, when you look at this position, it seems like white can actually win this like that, with the queen c1, h1, h3, e6 maneuver. But to his dismay, black can just play the move g takes h4. And after white plays queen d2 or queen c1, black can just play h3, g takes h3, h4, again sealing the position, and this time white has no attempt to break the position. And this game is a draw. Indeed, what a nice defensive resource found by Hazai Laszlo. The other audacious queen moves were the attacking ones. This one is a very subtle defensive queen move. Moving to the next position, we have this game played in the British Championships in the year 1984 between the former world number 3 Nigel Short, who is an extremely strong international grandmaster from England. With the black pieces, Anthony Miles, also an Englishman and a strong grandmaster, who has defeated Anatoly Karpov too. So in this position, Miles played the move rook fc8, creating a strong battery on the c file. When we look at this position deeper, we realize that knight b6 looks like white is just winning an exchange. And the question arises, did black just blunder? Obviously, being a 25-65 rated, he did see the move knight b6. But knight b6 seems to be a blunder because black have this extremely resourceful move knight e2. And the point of knight e2 is that white has to deal with the hanging rook and the weak back rank at the same time. If he plays the move knight takes d7, he gets checkmated with rook c1, rook into c1, rook into c1 checkmate. And if rook d7, black simply has rook c1 checkmate. And if white plays the move bishop takes e2, it seems like he's dealt with all his problems, but the rook is the only piece defending the c1 checkmate, and black just eliminates it with this queen sacrifice. Queen takes d1, bishop takes d1, rook c1 is a checkmate. So I'm sure that black played the move rook fc8 and calculated these lines, and Nigel Short did not play the move knight b6, obviously owing to this counter attack of knight e2. But To his surprise, and to everyone's surprise rather, the move knight b6 actually works. And the reason the move knight b6 works is that after black plays knight e2, he's in for the biggest surprise of his life. You can pause the video and try to find white's next move. Yes, white plays the move queen f8 check. It seems absolutely insane. What is going on? White is just offering the queen and not even defending any of the back rank or the rook. But this is the basic point of this. When black plays king takes f8, white goes knight takes d7 with a check. And this is an all-important tempo white needed to capture the e2 knight. Now if black goes king g8, white plays bishop takes e2, and white can just enjoy his extra piece. In this position, black has the move rook takes f8 too, and the entire point of playing queen f8 is that now I've lured away your rook from the c8 square and there no longer is a battery. So here white can just go knight takes d7, and it's impossible for black to defend against these two threats. The f8 rook is hanging and the e2 knight is hanging too. So white either ends up an exchange up or a piece up and eventually wins the game. Nigel Short unfortunately did not see this move knight b6 followed by queen f8, but he was lucky to eventually win the game anyway. Let's move on to the next position. The next position was played in the Parsonat New Delhi Open in the year 2012 between a strong Philippines Grandmaster Mark Paragua and an Indian Grandmaster Debashish Das playing the black pieces. White just played the move knight h7 and offering it free of cost, and when black plays bishop takes h7, a brilliant rook sacrifice with rook takes g7, king takes g7 and bishop h6 check. It seems like an absolutely crazy attacking game at the moment, and black is forced to accept the sacrifice because a move like king g8 would lead to a simple loss after queen f6. The mate on g7 looks inevitable. So black accepted the sacrifice. White went bishop into f7 check, king g7, rook g1, and in this position Debashish Das played the move king f8. You will realize that okay, black can't play king h8 because of queen f6 mate, and king takes f7 just transposes to the main line of the game after queen takes h7. So we'll just have a look. Black played king f8, and king f8 was a blunder because there's a 4 series of checkmate here. After king f8, white goes queen h6, king takes f7, queen h7. Black obviously can't go king f8 because of rook g8 mate. And if black goes king e6, white has this geometry, queen e4 check. Again, black can't go king f7 because of queen g6 check. And for king f8, white has the simple queen g8 mate. So in this position, black's only try is bishop e5, but after queen e5, king f7, queen h5 check. Black has to go king f8. White goes queen h8 check, king f7, queen h7, king e6, queen e4. Black can't go king d6, and for king f7, white has the queen g6. So yeah, so actually probably king d6 seems like the only defense, but white has queen f4 check, king d5, rook g5, king e6, queen e5, king f7, and after the move queen g7, Mark Paragua just won the game and Debashish Das resigned in view of king e8, queen g8 mate, and if king e6, queen g6 mate. An absolutely wonderful attacking game played by Mark Paragua. It looks absolutely flawless after this series of checks, but where is the audacious queen move we were talking about? And that comes right here. For the move rook g1 check, black could have played this absolutely stunning move, queen g4. It's also important to be noted that this move was analyzed by Gary Kasparov after this game was played. So the move queen g4 offers herself right at the mouth of the queen, rook and the pawn. And it seems no different after white plays the move rook into g4. It seems like black is just Going to get checkmated in the same way, but with one extra move. The problem for white is that black has this beautiful defensive resource of king takes f7, queen h7, king e8. And when he plays the move king e8, the d7 queen has sacrificed herself just to enable black's king to come to d7. And this one square makes all the difference in the game. White could continue with rook g8 check, king d7. White has to play queen f5 check, king c7. And when you look at the material, black certainly has enough for the queen. A rook, bishop and knight for the queen. And black not only can hold this position, but can probably go on and try to win this position. I'm sure if Debashish Das had seen the move queen g4, he would have been thrilled to play it in a tournament game. Not always do you get to play moves like this, especially an audacious queen move as the only defensive resource possible. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did like it, please hit the like button. If you want to see further instructive videos on our channel, please hit the bell icon and subscribe to our channel. And you can let us know how you felt about this video in the comment section below. You could also comment and let us know your suggestions, what you would want to see in future videos. Have a nice day. Thank you.